Welcome to 163rd Networking B2B of Turnkey. As most of you know, we have two sessions. In the first session, we have a roundtable. We take turns to introduce ourselves, our business. If you have a specific request, please mention. Maybe somebody from the group network can help you. You can share your contact details in the chat box. Also, you can share your LinkedIn profile. In the second session, we have a webinar. Our webinar is today about Cameroon. Ms.Sharon Matike, I think she has some connection problems, and I hope she can resolve it before the webinar. Okay, she will join shortly. She texted me. And yeah, after Q&A session, we will finish around 5:30. I would like to take first floor. My name is Rashid Pushkaya. I am the founder of Turnkey. We started this global business network in 2020 at the time of pandemics to help medium enterprises around the globe to create awareness about digital marketing because all the classical ways are failed. Also, we wanted to provide them a global business network so that they can find clients, buyers, business partners in other countries through online B2Bs. We do also come together after pandemics once in a month. Our last gathering was for iftar dinner in the Asian side of Istanbul. Around 30 companies joined from different industries. It was good. So we are growing. Recently, Ms.Sharon Matike from Cameroon, she became exclusive. Also from America and Canada, we have exclusive business partners. What exclusive means that you pay a small fee, like $500, and you reserve your territory, you close your territory and industry. So there is no competition within the network, but collaboration. After 263 events, we are approaching $20 million turnover. And I need your support to realize exclusive member targets, 50 countries this year and 100 industries. If everyone brings on board one new member, we can realize this target easily. Thank you very much. I would like to continue with Mr. Mohammed Ömer. Mohammed, take the floor, please.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mohammed Yavuz Hassan Omar. I am from Iraq. I have 20 years experience in international trade, especially between Turkey and Iraq. I have been involved with starting and representing companies in Iraq. And I have two companies, one Turkish company called ExpoCant, which is a permanent showroom for Turkish and international companies to have to showcase their products and services in Iraq. And also a company in Iraq called Hedef El Medina, which is a conference and exhibition company. I recently started it a few years ago. I'm involved now with presenting a Turkish software house company in Iraq. We are in digital transformation and digital services. So anybody are interested in the Iraqi market now or in the future, I will be more than happy to help. And if you are involved with Turnkey, I am also happy to support. And thank you, Mr. Rashid, for giving the opportunity. I have shared my contact information in the chat room. If there's anyone interested, I will be more than happy to help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohammed. Wael, take the second floor, please.
Thank you, Mr. Rashid. Hello, everyone. My name is Wael. I'm originally from Tunisia. I represent the health tourism branch in our group. I have around 10 years of experience in the healthcare industry here in Turkey. And within the past 3 years, I have decided to go solo with this mission, and I have created my company for health tourism, which is called Health to Health. My company is not actually a middleman or a broker or someone in the middle. We like to do support from airport to airport. So helping people get to the right doctor is not what we do only. We also support them here on the field with our translators. We also manage their drivers and their movements within the city, and we are also with them throughout the whole trip. We also help them to get their visas, and yeah, that's what we do. So if anyone is interested in the health tourism sector, in sending patients especially from Africa, where we are very strong, it is mainly like our strongest market right now. We will be happy to discuss the details, as we offer actually a referral fee. We already started with 2 or 3 members from the group. Miss Ruby, for example, she started even sending her patients to us. One of them got their visa today, within 1 week, I think, which is very good for, because the visa process is getting a little bit complicated to Turkey, but we try to make it as easy as possible and as accessible as possible. So yeah, I will leave my contact details. If anyone is interested in health tourism, they can always get in touch with me. Thank you.
While you mentioned that you provide also service in French and you are targeting Francophone countries.
Exactly. We are targeting both the English side of Africa and the French side of Africa, because we have translators who speak those languages. And me, myself, I do speak both French and English. So it is easier to establish contact in there. As for our schedule of visits, the schedule have been set today that in June we will be in Gabon for consultations, and in November we'll be in Ghana, Accra. There is a sports events there, and our company will be the healthcare partner, the official healthcare partner. So we will be bringing sports doctors, orthopedic doctors with us to introduce our services in Ghana first, and to support the event with whatever we can. So it's beyond just giving advertisement on the net. We are actually present in the field.
Thank you, Wael.
You're welcome.
Mr. Mehmet Sönmez, one of the founding members. Take the floor, Mehmet.
Hello, good afternoon. I firstly apologize. It's a little bit noisy here. I had to join from somewhere outside. My name is Mehmet. I'm in the
Mehmet,
bathroom.
we don't see your face, man.
Okay, because I'm trying to get closer to the microphone. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'm in the bathroom and ceramics sector. I have a trading company and I cooperate with local and international brands. I especially export Turkish factories products overseas. Basically, it's like this. Soon, I think I will have some more news about this sphere of business, but I keep it until it is for certain. So let me keep short for today. After a long time.
Yeah. Thank you, Mehmet. Mehmet can, if you have some wet floor projects, he can put all the items in one container and organize the logistic with one invoice. So it will save you cost and you don't need to hassle with many different suppliers. So also
Correct.
with construction material, he can outsource from Turkey. I think you can collaborate with IHAM from Ghana, Mr. Mehmet. I can send you their
Yes,
contacts.
please send me. I'd love to.
They have a
I'd
brother
love.
also in prefab industry, the same as Nezih IHAM from Ghana. Take the floor, please. You are importing mostly, I think, food from Turkey.
Yes, yes. So, Assalamu alaikum. My name is
Alaikum.
Salim. We've been in Ghana. We're an import and export company, also distributing products here in Ghana. With 19 years of experience in Ghana, now expanding to Kenya and Uganda. Yes, as you said, we right now main line of business is the food, mostly pet feed animals and the animal sector. However, my brother is the one that deals in the prefab sector, not us. So he can collaborate with us as well. And we've been dealing with the Turkish companies for about 7 to 6 years now. We're still moving with them also. As I said, we're expanding to outside Africa now, not only Ghana. However, Ghana is only as our main country of operation for now.
Thank you, Ayhan. Say our regards to your brother and your father, please. When they have a specific product request, I link them with the right supplier. Ade from Nigeria, Ade Adedeji. Ade, can you hear us? I will give last floor to Sharon because she's the speaker today. Before that,
Thank you, sir.
we will take a family photo. Yes, Ade, go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Ramadan Kareem, Mr. Rashid.
Thank you. The same to you.
Okay, sir. My name is Ade Adedeji from Nigeria. We are women entrepreneur, Dado Services Limited. We are into agricultural produce and some other business transaction. We are looking forward to anybody from other international country that business transaction with us, either on agriculture to export to other international country, or you want to come into Nigeria to come and do transaction with us. It will be lovely to have a business deal with you. And Mr. Rashid,
we can say you provide market entry service for Nigeria, and you
yes,
want to export agricultural products of Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ade, for joining today.
Thank you, sir.
I see Amarachi. Amarachi just disappeared. And Balance and Bloom. Let us. You are muted, madam. You are muted. Wait, please.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Can you please also correct your name, first name and last name, please?
It's because I used a different account. I didn't know. I just joined because I knew Sharon. So if I had to correct everything, it would waste time. So Sharon is a friend that I've known for so many years. So I just saw the link on her profile and I opened.
Okay, so you wanted to see Sharon's presentation?
Yeah, I wanted to because I'm Elizabeth. I'm based in Paris and I'm an international business developer.
You are based in Paris?
Yeah, I'm based in Paris. And with Sharon, we've done a lot of business together, and I also do Zoom meetings. So when I saw the Zoom conference on her profile, so I just clicked on it. So I'm based in Paris, but I have a consulting company in Paris, and I help any company that wants to enter the African market from Paris and to do the visibility study and also understanding the market they want to go into. So I speak French and English, and I also know very well the Francophone countries. So
Yeah, also, while I think this lady is a good candidate for you to be a health tourism agent. What is your name, madam?
my name is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, if you share your contact details in the chat box,
Okay, I will do that.
we have health tourism company. You may send them patients. You know,
Oh,
healthcare is cheaper in Turkey than France.
yes.
Hair, dental, and some other aesthetic operations. You can earn very nice commissions.
Oh,
Uh,
that would be nice. That would be nice.
also, we need a business partner from France to
Oh,
join our meetings
oh,
regularly.
I would love to.
I will get your contact details. Sharon, please send me Madame's
Okay,
contact details
okay, I'm doing that
uh,
now.
so that we can add her to the guest list and she can be our business partner, maybe future business partner for France.
By the way, I have been in talks with Ms.Sharon about
Mhm.
entering her market. We have had a video call actually, and
Yeah.
we will continue to work on that with Miss Elizabeth for sure.
Thank you
Inshallah.
so much. And it's so nice to join. I just clicked on a link and I saw everyone. So nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, Elizabeth, this is our 263rd event. So we come together online, offline regularly
Okay.
to create business bridges to link people so that you can benefit from the network. We have business partners around 50 countries and we have
Um,
suppliers from around 70 industries.
oh, that is amazing. I'm someone that loves to travel and understand culture. I would love to come to Turkey and see the market myself and get to know one or two person. So when I'm ready to come, I'll talk to Sharon.
Sure, yeah, you can contact with Weil. They can also organize your trip, airport service. If you come with a patient, that will
Yes.
be even better.
All right. I would let you know. Thank you.
Um, Chan office is here. Chan office, Miss Emel.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes, who is this?
I'm Yasin from China office.
Yasin. Okay, Yasin, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Yasin. I'm originally from Tunisia.
Mhm,
I'm sales export.
mhm.
So China office it's since in 1917. We have two factory. We have the first in Istanbul for office furniture and the second in Bursa for sofas and canapa. We are manufacture. We do manufacturing of office furniture, and also we do furniture of hotels, schools, university, and all thing of furniture.
Yes, I think you received the link from Miss Emel, right, Yasin?
Yes, we are working together
Okay,
because
she's responsible with operation and you do the marketing, I think.
for me, export sales.
Okay. Thank you very much. Davron just joined and Lucien is Madame's Sharon's assistant. Davron, please introduce yourself and then let's take a family photo. We have now 12 participation from 6 countries. Yasin, keep the camera open, please. Ade, if you can open. Lucian.
Let me start counting, please. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, please. Miss Adediji just joined it. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you, Davron. Davron, introduce yourself, please. Mr. Mehmet, Dare just joined. We need another family photo. Mr. Mehmet, can you please text the group that we need more participation? We have now 12 from 6 countries. Dare, you just came in for the family photo. Dare, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sorry, guys, I'm actually on the move, but let me just do a quick introduction. My name is Dare. I'm a business developer. I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria, and we are into consulting. And all thanks to Turnkey, I've actually met some very great people in Turnkey, some great companies. And today we're trying to do some businesses in Nigeria, which we hope it will come to be very soon. So if there's anybody looking at doing business in the Nigerian environment, please reach out and let's see what we can do together. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Dare. Please don't turn off your camera. We are taking a family photo.
Okay, not a problem.
One more time, please. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Yes, Davron, tell us about you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Davron. I'm from Uzbekistan. I joined Turnkey last year as a business developer of Uzbekistan. I introduced Turnkey businesses and services to Uzbekistan, and whenever there was a demand for products and services, I link it with the business providers, with the customers. These days, I'm in South Korea working in cosmetic company called Please K, managing online sales on Amazon and Shopee. If you are interested in Korean cosmetics or developing business with Uzbekistan, I can assist you. Thank you very much.
Yes. For example, Mr. Dare is from Nigeria. If anybody visiting Nigeria and would like to enter Nigerian market, let's say Chown office became exclusive office furniture supplier. They want to enter Nigerian market. Mr. Dare make the appointments with the furniture importers, architects, construction companies, and then receive them from the airport. After the meetings, if any real business deal transaction happens, he gets his agreed commission up to, depending on the industry, but around 5%. So this is how we have our suppliers enter new markets, and this is how we make sure our business partners in other countries earn income through Turnkey. Sharon, I think some more people will join, but you can start your presentation. Share screen, you know how to make sharing screen, right?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Rashid.
You're welcome.
Yes, so today is Cameroon Day, and I'm going to share a few presentations on opportunities available in Cameroon. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
You didn't press. You didn't press share screen.
Okay.
Now
And
it's
whether my
coming.
audio is clear.
Yeah.
So I'm Sharon Matike. I'm an African market entry expert, which means that I have been helping.
Sharon, do you
Yes.
see a presentation?
Yes, it's presenting.
Icon
The icon. Okay, let
on
me
the
move
right
it.
button. Yeah.
Better.
Make it full screen, please. Yeah.
Full screen.
There is an icon near to the voice. If you press it, it will be full screen.
Okay,
on the right bottom, next to the voice, there is an icon, presentation icon. If you may press it, it will be full screen.
That?
No, it's not full screen, but go ahead. Next to notes, comments, there is an icon on the right,
Okay.
near to voice. So if you press it, it will be full screen and we will see better. But if you cannot manage it, it's okay. We see your presentation.
Okay, wait. I think the content only, background, full screen, presenter layout.
Yes.
No. Okay. Rashid, you said it's which icon?
Yes, near to the voice on the right bottom, right corner.
Oh, okay.
Right bottom corner, there is a presentation icon. If you press it, it will be full screen, so that we don't see the details, the menus, etc.
Okay. This you mean?
Sharon, never mind. Just continue your presentation. We see it.
Okay. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. All right. So, where was I? Introduction. Yeah.
Yes. Next to the Zoom.
Okay.
There is
You mean on? Okay.
The icon next to the Zoom.
You mean on the PPT? This?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was on Zoom you meant.
No. On the PPT.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so PPT is fine now, right?
You make the screen smaller or bigger. There is an icon. Come a little bit left. Left. There is an icon there. Yes, press it.
Oh, okay, that.
Wow. Now it's full screen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, it's better now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm Sharon Matike. I am an African market entry expert, business consultant, business developer, which means that if you need any help in Cameroon, in Sub-Saharan Africa, I can help you. So these are my contact details. This is why I am sharing a presentation this afternoon on Turnkey, and I would like to share on Cameroon. So my company is called Afrique Monitor International. Afrique Monitor is headquartered in Cameroon, Douala specifically. We work in Cameroon for different kinds of services. After the presentation, I'll give you a brief profile of our company. And so today, this presentation is actually provided by Afrique Monitor International, official Turnkey representatives for Cameroon. So Cameroon, please let me know if everything is okay with the presentation and you can see my screen very well.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So Cameroon is called, another nickname for Cameroon is Africa in miniature. It means that everything in Africa, you can find it in Cameroon. It's also the gateway to Central Africa. Just like in all of Africa, we have specific countries which are like the gateway into these regional demarcations. So if you go to West Africa, you are looking at Ghana, you're looking at Nigeria. If you're in Central Africa, you're looking at Cameroon. If you're in Southern Africa, you're looking at South Africa. If you're in Eastern Africa, you're looking at Kenya. So Cameroon is that for Central Africa. Douala is the busiest city in Central Africa and the economic gateway to the CEMAC region. A lot of business happens here. Cameroon has two capital cities. We have the Yaoundé, which is the administrative capital and the largest city by mass and by population. And then Douala, which is the economic capital. All the money moves in Douala in Central Africa. It's a bilingual country, well positioned, means that we growth averaged about 4.3 across 10 years. The economy is reliant on commodity exports, raw commodity exports, and then oil and energy, which contributes about 40% to its GDP. Estimated population of Cameroon is about 28 million people. 50%, Cameroon has a very high urbanization rate. So more than half of the population live in main urban centers. So main urban centers include Douala, Yaoundé, Boya, Bamenda. The center regions in the different parts of Cameroon are inhabited by more than half of the population. And so from this slide, you can see I have put together the two main regions in Cameroon, so Yaoundé, Douala, and then their population, and then availability of infrastructure. So we have Yaoundé, roads, buildings, hospitals, internet penetration. Disposable income in USD is about $1,600, and this information is important, especially for investors to know that, especially those who have not been to Cameroon before, so they don't think that maybe it's a village with monkeys on trees, but there is everything you need to get business going. And so we are going to take a brief dive into trade in Cameroon. So the top exports in Cameroon are crude oil, refined petroleum, refined oils, crude petroleum, and we have cocoa and cocoa products. These are commodities, timber and wood products, cotton and agricultural products. Total exports are roughly 5 billion USD, EST 2025. And then Cameroon is a main import market. So as you can see, the trade balance between exports and imports, there's more on the import side. So the total annual imports as at 2025 was valued at about 8.3 billion USD. Main imports include industrial machinery, mineral fuel, cereals, FMCGs, vehicle and transport equipment, electronics, pharmaceuticals. And regional trade between Cameroon and other sub-Saharan African countries is about 13% of the total trade volumes that happen in the country. And there's a governmental effort to increase intra-African trade through different initiatives. So the Africa Free Continental Trade Area is one of the initiatives that the African region has put together to encourage intra-continental trade between the countries in Africa. So Cameroon happens to be the signatory of the AFCFTA policy. And the opportunities we have observed in 5 years, year on year, in the country include retailing. So in Cameroon, there's been a boost in retail, modern retail outlet entrance into the country, and then just general modern retail across FMCG, across different kinds of FMCG, across luxury and all that. Another observation is oil and energy. So most investment that comes into Cameroon actually come into the oil sector. That's foreign direct investments. Then manufacturing. Cameroon has a lot of potential for manufacturing, especially agro processing. So we do a lot of exportation of raw agricultural produce, and the government is pushing various initiatives to encourage people to manufacture in the country, to encourage investors to join the manufacturing value chain to produce goods with more value addition to the raw materials. We also have an agro processing boom in the past few years. Education. So we've also seen the entrance of some international education opportunities. There is a gap in terms of upper middle income citizens and higher income citizens, and the kind of education they seek for their children. Apart from that aspect of education, we are also talking about education that has to do with personal development, corporate education, skill training, skill building. So there's been some interest in some countries who have taken this. I think we have a Turkish school here, Marif. We also have a few Russian schools here. Mainly, we have the American schools, the UK schools, and all that. But this is definitely an interesting sector to also look at. And then food and hospitality. So with food and hospitality, I'm talking of products, services, or spaces for certain kind of customers, leisure. So there are a growing middle class population in Cameroon, and they require certain leisure activities. So food is very interesting. Nice restaurants. Definitely, we've seen a lot of boom in that also in the past few years. That's what people are investing in. Then we have large scale farming. So in recent times, we have had some people doing large scale farming projects in Cameroon. I know of greenhouse ventures. I also know some people that have started cassava farms and just large scale farming of herbs, of teas for the export market. So that's definitely very underdeveloped here, because most of the farming here is subsistence, but there's a big global market for different commodities, fruits, vegetables, palm oil, all that. So that is definitely an opportunity that FDI investments can help. And then general importation and distribution. As you know, it's almost a 70% import market. So everything an average Cameroonian wears, which is not different from the sub-Saharan African reality. 70% or more than 70% of everything an African is wearing is probably imported. So there's always the imports. It's a big business here. So many importers importing everything. And that also is one of the reasons why the government is zeroing in on manufacturing. So, for example, we do not have large-scale clothing manufacturing in Cameroon. These are all opportunities that exist in terms of, has existed, and people are investing in the past 5 years. So here we want to highlight a few opportunities. We can't go through everything, but our company wants to highlight a few opportunities where might be interesting for anybody on this platform. So We have energy and renewables. So there's a growing energy demand across Cameroon. Rural electrification in Cameroon is below 30%. Actually, it's 23 to 25%. So in the rural areas, there are many places with no light. So that is an opportunity for alternative power solutions in the country. Urban electrification is about 60%. So still, even in major cities, we have issues with electricity, power cuts and all that. So that's definitely an opportunity for other alternative power solutions. And then the investment areas could be renewable energy, solar mini grids, hydropower, and then investments in renewable energy businesses. Our company actually has a portfolio of a number of businesses who, a number of entrepreneurs who are building things in Cameroon and might require partnerships. And if anybody is interested in, for example, renewables, you can always contact us. Oil and gas, as I said, is one of the main drivers of the Cameroonian economy. So it remains the largest export sector in Cameroon, oil and gas. Actually, there's about 300 million 300 million oil reserves estimated to be in Cameroon, and about 6.134 trillion cubic feet of gas reserves estimated in the territory. The government has recently, in February, opened up some exploration sites and production blocks for investors under its current licensing round. So if you need an oil and gas license, this is the right time to actually apply. They demarcated 9 blocks for exploration upstream. So that is also an opportunity that if interesting, you can definitely look at for Cameroon. And with investment opportunities in ONG, we have exploration partnerships, gas to power projects, oil field services, and then of course supporting services around oil and energy like storage and logistics infrastructure. Then manufacturing. Manufacturing is something that is being championed by the government of Cameroon, made in Cameroon, produced in Cameroon. Now, why is this particular opportunity important? Because actually in Cameroon, manufacturing of basic commodities, basic wearables, basic usables is almost close to 0%. Okay, so there is some manufacturing going on, but not at the scale at which we do not need imports. At least I think that for a healthy economy, it could be 50-50. You know, there could be some imports coming in and then some exports going out, and a balance of 50-50 makes some sense in the perfect world. The perfect situation may be 80-20 imports and 80-20 exports and then 20 imports. But yes, we are not even at 10% in Cameroon. So there's a lot of potential for manufacturing, whether it's clothes manufacturing, whether it's textiles, whether it's agro processing. For example, there is some people have taken the initiative to start agro processing factories. So some people are producing now high strength ethanol in Cameroon. Some are producing starch for the export market and other things. So agro processing, processed food, packaged food, and all that is definitely very interesting to look at for Cameroon. And then consumer goods, the various consumer goods production, also it's also something to look at. Construction materials. So the advantage in using Cameroon for your manufacturing is that with Cameroon you have access into the 6 CEMAC states in Central Africa, because Cameroon is part of the community we call the Comité Économique Monétaire Afrique Centrale. So it's the CEMAC. So CEMAC is the economic and monetary community in Central Africa, and Cameroon being the regional hub. We also have trade agreements between the countries in the CEMAC region. So exports, imports, and all that. There are waivers to trade and then the trade barriers are minimized between these countries. So definitely, if you are importing in Cameroon, we have access to Douala port, we have a Kribi port now, and tentatively a Limbe port that is going to come very soon. So all this helps you to easily distribute your manufactured goods across these 6 markets, and also with the regional advantage of Africa Free Continental Trade Area, you might be able to distribute across the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa. The next opportunity we observed is in minerals mining. So yes, we have minerals in Cameroon: gold, bauxite, iron ore, and government is looking at moving from raw material exports. I think since 2023, there has been some initiatives by the Cameroon government to transition from raw exports to processing. So that is also something interested in partnering with mining and processing minerals, processing jewelry, adding value to raw minerals is definitely something that people are also doing. We do a lot of due diligence also in this sector for businesses that are interested in FDI investments into mining in the country. Agro-industrial processing. So I think I have mentioned this somewhere, but yes, there is a high demand for example, industrial starch and then processed food. So key crops like cassava, cocoa, coffee, even vegetables. Now, we also have issues with storage, post-harvest losses, and all that. So agro-processing is a very important part of investment if we are looking at what can you do, and post-harvest losses in Cameroon is up to 40%, actually higher. And this is because they lack modern processing facilities. So tomatoes, for example, we can produce tin tomatoes. If there are investors interested in partnering with businesses in Cameroon to produce tomatoes, processed tomatoes, that is very interesting. Ginger. So recently, I have noticed, we have noticed that there are a number of artisanal producers of these processed foods. They are trying to, in their own small way, adding value to the food. Some of them actually meet the export market, but the volumes are the problem. So they are producing very minimal volumes. So for example, we call BSAP. BSAP, I forget the name. Yes, we call it BSAP here, and it's in high demand globally. However, we have very limited production here. So things like tea, we have tea, but we have only just a few tea factories that are even able to meet up to 2% of the global demand. So these type of things are very interesting for investors to look at. Cocoa processing, the chocolates and all that. And then cold storage and food logistics also is very important, as we lose most of the food to post-harvest losses. And then there are problems, transportation problems, logistics around food supply and its management. It's also an investment opportunity to actually look at. And then fintech. 6, I want to talk about fintech, digital payments, and then offshore investment opportunities, finance, and all the tech that comes with finance. So the CEMAC region is a very interesting region for finance for a few reasons. It's quite bureaucratic and closed. And so what happens is that there's a lot of struggle with even payments. The successful payment platforms here have to do with mobile money. I don't know if you are aware of mobile money, but mobile money is your SIM card, your GSM mobile phone number, and then you use it to create an account, a cash account. So the cash account sits in your account, your phone number account in your name, and you can use it for transactions. So that definitely grew unexpectedly. In the past 8 to 10 years, the mobile money market has just exploded to the surprise of everyone. And also fintech, currently there's a lot of struggle with cross-border payments within CEMAC, outside of CEMAC. So definitely there are a few startups who are trying to break through this market, but definitely this is also a very interesting opportunity to look at. And Afrique Monitor, we have the data, the insights. If you need maybe a research report on this, if you need to collaborate with maybe entrepreneurs in this space and what they are doing, we can always provide that for you. Then also another interesting sector is comfort and leisure for the growing middle class and upper income niche. So in Cameroon, like I said, there is the growing middle class in the country. There is the upper income, high net worth individuals who are also looking at some specific recreational activities. They are looking at ease and comfort in shopping. They are looking at places they can hang out. They're looking at places they can eat apart from drinking bars. So that also is interesting. So for example, if you have restaurants, different restaurants, maybe cultural restaurants, but Turkish restaurants, if it's a Chinese restaurants, if it's European restaurant, Italian restaurant, whatever it is, these are interesting business opportunities that can take a very interesting leap in the country. Then modern retail spaces, so shopping, modern retail has boomed in the past 8 to 10 years. We have had a lot of new entrants in the country. Competition is now growing, but we are still not a mature market in terms of modern retail. Currently, 80% of retailing is still done in traditional trade channels. So there's still a gap. And the modern retail channels about 20% of all retail is done via modern retail channels, that's supermarkets, hypermarkets, and all that. So definitely this is interesting because a number of new entrants that are in the market, a number of new entrants that are looking at the market, and the time probably is now to take this opportunity. And then health and wellness. So I'm looking at opportunities for upper income earners, high net worth individuals who will be looking at places where they can have very quality health care, places where they can play their tennis with no stress, health centers, big complexes. In the past 3 years in Douala, I think 2 centers I know opened and it's working. More of such centers might be very interesting to cater to the needs of these upper income, middle class, and then HNWs in Cameroon. Another opportunity we wanted to highlight is quality education. So the market need for education, this is wrong, but with education in Cameroon now, if you've heard the news, US, very difficult for students to enter the US from Cameroon. UK recently also banned students from Cameroon into entering their schools. Now this provides opportunity not only for first and second cycle, but tertiary institutions as well. Currently, in education, the market has been many people who come want to do basic education, the nursery schools, the primary schools, and all that, and then probably have international education and then travel out to US, UK, and all that. But we do not have anything in the tertiary sector. So more of tertiary education for people that want to further their education. They don't want to go to the US, but they can get maybe a good education in the university, a good university education in Cameroon. I think if there's a school like that, there are some IT schools that are trying to do that. There are a lot of private schools in Cameroon. but not at a certain level. So this is definitely a very interesting opportunity to look at for investors. I'm sorry about this particular slide because the information here doesn't tally with the topic, but yes, education is a very good opportunity to explore in the country. And I want to just share with you a short presentation also. And if you have any questions, I am ready to hear you out.
I actually have a question.
Okay.
So, as someone who is working like actively with different African markets, I have actually.
Sharon, sorry, your presentation finished?
No.
Okay. Can we keep the questions to the end while also
Okay.
I have
Sure.
Okay, I just have 3 minutes just to introduce this to you. So actually, I brought our white paper for Turnkey. So I'll share the white paper in the chat box, and then you can go through what we do at Afrique Monitor. Basically, we are headquartered in Cameroon. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
I'm supposed to have changed. Yes. So
You can make it full screen as before, yes.
okay.
Now it's full screen, yes.
Yes. So we Afrique Monitor, we connect the world to Africa's markets. Yeah, and this is what we do. We have deep local context. We have direct access to decision makers. We manage your end-to-end execution from beginning to end. And then we have the human intelligence. You know, sometimes you want to enter a market and then you read reports and then read generic information, but we want to tell you that yes, this has actually been set at policy level, but on the ground it's a different situation. So we come in with our on the ground expertise, and then we have a trusted presence across a number of countries. Now, who we work with, I'm going to share all this in the chat box, so you may not need to go through everything. And then what we do, and from ambition to market fit. So the general market research is our job. We actually do a lot of detailed market research with the data, with the stats, and then on the ground expertise. And then your local market mapping, your regulatory checkpoints and distribution model feasibility. We will go through Pestel, SWOT, SMART, all the analytical tools in Afrique Monitor. And then we also do a lot of corporate data, compliance intelligence, due diligence, all that, investigations, we call it. So we want to look at who your distributors are. Are they reliable distributors? Who you want to invest in? Are they reliable entrepreneurs? Are they doing something that makes sense? Do they have a physical office? So we go through all that. It's something we do. In the past 3 years, I think 50% of our work has been around intelligence. And then the distributor search, the market entry work, distributor search, and then business partnership building. And then we also help the project. So if you want to, for example, incorporate in Cameroon, we assist you from beginning to end. So we don't only do research for you, but when you decide that, hey, we want to go to market, we are going to be there with you. We're going to handhold you. We're going to put you through all the blocks. We're going to get you the lawyers to work. We're going to get you the accounts people to work with. We're going to make sure you set up, incorporate, and operate in the country. Then, of course, we do the research and monitoring ecosystem. So whatever it is, we monitor prices for brands, we monitor brand awareness, we monitor brand penetration for different FMCGs, Coca-Cola, Heineken, all that. That's what we basically do in Afrique Monitor. So market research, boutique consulting, business development, corporate data, and investigation in Cameroon, because in Turnkey we represent Cameroon. And you can always connect with us at www.afriquemonitor.com. You can reach out to me at sharon@afriquemonitor.com, and I will share all the information in the chat box. Thank you so much. And I look
Thank you,
forward to your
Sharon.
questions.
Yeah, you can stop screen sharing and share the presentations in the group. Thank you
Okay.
for informative webinar. I have some questions. First of all, have you been to Turkey?
No, never.
Maybe you can schedule a business trip with Ruby and Elizabeth. We can organize
Yeah.
the.
She needs to come to
Uh,
France first.
yes, we can.
I've been getting her to come to France for the past 5 years. So I think
5
it's high
years.
time. Yeah, she
Yeah,
needs to go.
Balance and Bloom. Yeah, Balance and Bloom is bringing me to France soon.
Elizabeth, you've been to Istanbul, you said?
No, I've not been to Istanbul. I'm talking about Sharon that she's supposed to come to France. Then we can plan the trip together and come to Istanbul. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's up to you how to organize it, but Ruby is also planning, your friend.
Oh,
And yes, we can organize a physical B2B when you come to Istanbul. We can invite all the Turnkey people
yes.
and bring you together to create business opportunities, as we did in the past for many business partners. Recently, Ms. Farana from South Africa was here. Before her, Mr. Akin from Nigeria was here. And second of all, is there any Turkish brands like Waikiki apparel stores or Turkish brands in Yaoundé? Are you familiar
Yes,
with Turkish brands?
yes, I think we have Waikiki here in Douala. Douala is here. We also have the schools. We have Marif here.
Yeah, Marif School, they are
Yes, there's
teaching Turkish.
Marif, yes. And then there's some interesting trade going on between Cameroon and Turkey, especially in clothing. So there are a number of people who do importation of textiles, clothing, and everything in the country. So there is some Turkish presence here, really. And some people who have dared to do things like Marif is quite a successful school here, very successful. They've not been here for long, but it's
Yeah,
very
Sharon,
interesting.
textile has become expensive. Textile clothing manufacturing in Turkey because average labor cost is around $1,000. So the factories started to move to Africa, and around more than 1,000 factories moved to Egypt, for example, and some of them to Algeria. Maybe we can plan a joint venture for Cameroon. Why not? But the biggest challenge they have is the labor, skilled labor. They have to train the labor. Um, Also, the last question, can you give example of the market entry service you provided to companies coming into Cameroonian market, like success stories? Can you give us some success
Yes,
stories?
so success story. So I'm currently working with a company that is a perfumes distributor from Asia, and they came to Cameroon in 2020. I think we met in 2022, and we did a research project for them. And so, yeah, from the research, they wanted to enter markets and see how it goes. Yeah, we were able to do that, executed. They are now currently operational here in Cameroon.
So
Yeah,
you can
also,
use, sorry for interruption, Davron, they have already provided Korean cosmetic sector market research. Davron is in cosmetic in Korea now.
yeah. We actually have reports for you. If you want like beauty and cosmetics in Cameroon, we have reports available for purchase.
So
They will be
they have
launched.
already studied cosmetic in Cameroon, so you can
Okay.
collaborate. You are both in exclusive group, so yeah. And what else, Sharon? Can you give us like French or British brands you supported, or?
Yes. So I have worked with, when you go to our business profile, there are a number of brands I've worked with. I've worked with GEA. GEA is an equipment manufacturer. in Germany. So we have worked with them, sold a few things with them, for them. I've also I actually work with a lot of UK businesses, European businesses. And so there are a number of them. We've worked with a number of consultancies, CT Group, G3, Euromonitor, and Back Eye. I don't know if you know Back Eye. Back Eye is a global FMCG brand. So Back Eye was trying to distribute cleaning agents, surface care cleaning agents, all that we have done work with Back Eye. Also worked with Saudi Exports. Saudi Exports for packaged foods, powdered milk, chips for Saudi Exports. So there are a number of brands. I can't recall all of them, but we have worked with very interesting brands.
Thank you, Sharon. And Walid, you can shoot your question.
So yeah, I wrote it here somewhere so I don't forget. So as someone who is like very interested in the African market, and I have worked with different countries, Cameroon is something that I'm willing to enter. Actually, speaking of that, I had 5 ladies today with me from Cameroon. They were here trying to purchase.
Okay.
Yeah, they were here to purchase some textiles, some bags, and they saw our advertisement and they came to the hospital today. They wanted to get, this obesity surgery. They were a little bit overweight. They said it doesn't help with the work, with the movement. So yeah. In any case, the question is, what mistakes usually do foreign companies do when they are trying to enter the Cameroon market? That's one. And the other question would be, how different is doing business in Cameroon if we compare it to the neighboring countries? Because you were saying that Cameroon is like a gateway to that region. So that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, so the first question was, what mistakes do businesses do? I think the number one mistake is presumption. Okay, so I work with a lot of Europeans and even Asians. Okay, like few people I work with are Asians, and presumption. So sometimes they think that the way Europe works is the way it works here. For example, there are a lot of delays with getting some things done. So if you're trying to, sometimes I work with people and it's like, okay, you're supposed to get this document extracted in 1 week, because in Europe you can do it in 2 days, 3 days. You just online click, click, click. And then in Africa, I go to the Tribunal of Commerce in Cameroon and it's 2 weeks. And even the lawyer who is trying to extract the document has no idea when it will be ready, And then also another thing you realize is that here relationships matter more than maybe more than the structure. Okay, in some other places, okay, this is how it's supposed to be, so everybody follows the structure. But here, you might be able to get things done more on relationships, more because of relationships than just the structure. So that presumption of I know how this works. I started a business in Asia. It's successful. We expanded to maybe 16 Asian markets in 5 years. It's not like that in Cameroon. You have to have that patience to be able to understand how the system works. I mean, from the way your strategy, which should include even how you employ people, which should include how you even manage employees, which should include the delays you may expect in your administrative processes, and then the hidden things. So there's this on paper, the policy says X on paper, but on the ground, it is X plus Y or X minus Y. So all that can be very discouraging for some people. And then another thing is patience. Okay, Cameroon doesn't work. I mean, if I compare, because I do work in different African markets. So the French part of Africa has their own specific nuances. Okay, so one of it is, for example, they are very bureaucratic here in French Africa. To get things done might be difficult, more difficult to get administrative processes going than in West Africa. Okay. And so here you have to be patient. You have to be patient. And then the thing also with French markets is that they are very loyal. So for example, if you have something they like, say you're doing health to health, and then you capture the market and the HNWs, the upper income people, the middle class people are very comfortable with your brand, they may not easily change their mind. They may not easily change their mind. So there's also the problem. It's a problem and it's an advantage depending. So to shift them from a certain preference, consumer loyalty, they have strong consumer loyalty to specific things, and then to move them now to other brands takes a bit of work. So I would say the main thing is a presumption, like this is how it's supposed to work here, and it works differently here. And then the second question was, sorry, I missed it.
Actually, and directly, you have also provided an answer to that,
Okay.
because the second question was like, how different is Cameroon from the other markets? And you said here
Yeah,
you need to be patient, and there are steps, and the X minus Y, and it always changes.
exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly.
more or
Exactly.
less, you
Yeah.
answered the question as well.
Cameroon is different. Look, another thing maybe structurally. So West Africa, we have access to Forex. Okay. If you're operating in West Africa, if I have a business in Ghana, I have a business in Nigeria, and I have a Forex account. You can have a Forex account. Okay. Here, you don't have a Forex account here. The CEMAC region in particular, yes, there's nothing like that here. So again, that should be a problem, a risk to navigate, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, Sharon. I have a question. Can I?
Okay. Yes.
Nice to be back. It's been so long. Actually, like my interest has also been in the education sector lately. I just want to know when you talk about the education and how is it going? Because you said there's not a lot of investors in the education sector. Like I'm based in Paris, and the idea today is with what I'm doing, and you're also involved, is to be able to like help, strategically get people to invest, in the education sector. How does it go over there? Because I know there's a lot of bureaucracy. You know, that's how things are done in Africa generally. It takes a very, very long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
So
with education, I'll say this. You see, when it comes to education, like we do have a lot of private institutions. Okay.
yes,
My outlook is on quality, global standards. Okay.
yes,
So now, there are gaps in the educational system. Okay, the
mm,
gaps are that we are moving towards a fourth technological revolution. So we are into
yes.
AI. We're looking at
AI,
some
cybersecurity.
skills. Now people are not Googling anymore. People are asking Meta. People are asking Claude, ChatGPT, and the system here is not making provision for that. Okay.
Yes,
So there are two ways to look at the education. There's the gap in the system. So you can come and invest in an alternative or parallel something. So for example, if you're looking at, fine, can we have some skill building for AI? Can we have some skill
yes,
building for coding? Can we look at tech? Can
tech.
we look at, so that's parallel. That's like a
Mm-hmm.
supplementary because the mainstream system is not focused on that. Do you see?
Okay.
However,
Mm,
we are living in a very fast-paced world. There's a global village. Everybody knows what's going on. So that is a parallel alternative to education. Then there's the other one. So I hope you understand what I mean. So that the
yes, very.
skills, whether it is tech skills, whether it is robotic skills, whether it is if we want to do factories in Cameroon, for example, are we
Yeah.
going to, yes, how are we going to train seamstresses? I mean,
Yes.
industrial couture people like that. So that's the skill gap, and that's the supplementary education that you can provide. Then, of course, there are the
Supplementary.
other things like, okay, entrepreneurial education, investment education. So there's a whole parallel education something that can be built. For example, you know, when you look at construction workers, okay, where is the formalized skill building for construction workers? It's a kind of education. Okay.
Yes.
So why don't we have people who are having construction companies and then they are businesses? Because in the UK, when I'm doing work in the UK reports and all that, the whole construction industry is the people who are selling the materials is a whole business on its own. The people who are doing the construction, that services aspect is a whole business on its own. The people supplying electronics is a whole business, a big business on its own, but it's all under construction.
Mm.
But here,
Sorry. Mine is more like from the charitable aspect. Mine is more like impacting the younger generation now. I say women, younger women, female, and all that. Like, you know, with the Balance and Bloom, I have network of women in Paris that I've been gathering, and the objective is to be able to use my expertise and knowledge to go into the Africa where I was born and to help the younger generation. So going into the traditional scheme might not be what I want to use, because today a lot of people use the social media, and now everyone is talking about AI, so everyone is talking about cybersecurity and mental health. So that is the angle that I really want to come in today. So when I'm looking for investments, when I'm talking to companies that I want to go into Cameroon, I don't want to go be everywhere. I did international business, you know, I do consulting and all that, but I also love something that has impact in younger generation.
Yes,
So
right.
So that is
So
the
that's
angle.
what I'm looking at the parallel. So for you,
Yeah.
that parallel education, that's a parallel. So skills building, if it's women that you want to support anyway, then you have to try and create something, whether it's a school, whether it's a platform, whatever it
Yes.
is it to make them more entrepreneurial? Is it because
Yes.
these things are not being taught? So okay, well, the whole world is going into AI, blah, blah, blah. The whole world is, but not everybody here is. So
Yes.
even to get them into that space, very interesting. So you see that everybody was okay, let me enroll my child in a robotics school, let me enroll my child in an AI school. So these are very interesting, parallel and formalized, that can work. Then the other education I'm talking about is a traditional. Okay, I'm setting up a high standard university here. It's
Yeah.
going to be an international school. It's open to some classes. It's open to even expatriates. People can fly in and come. There's a school like that here called AIMS, but they were focused on STEM education. So more of that is very interesting, because there's the people have the resources. There's the upper income, middle class people who can afford it, but the opportunities are not many here for them. So that also definitely is interesting. A tertiary institution where whoever goes to the school builds global standard skills and has global standard knowledge. Makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That answers well.
Okay. Thank you. Any other?
Yes. Any other question, closing remarks, Iham?
Yes, please. I would like just one last question. So, first of all, when you were explaining about the Cameroon market to Brother Wael, based off your explanation, it shows that Cameroon is quite similar to Ghana. And
Yes.
as I mentioned, our main line of focus is pet supplies. So perhaps, do you think Cameroon is a good market for pet supplies? I think do Cameroonians care for pets, and perhaps with demand for their supplies? That's the feed, the accessories, supplements.
I pets as in dogs, cats, and all that. Pets. I do not think that the market is ready for pet supplies now. We do have some pet supplies in supermarkets. But I may have to do some little research, but this is from my little experience. I think that with there's a very free range rearing pet system here. I can't compare it to Ghana, because I know Ghana, there is people are into a lot of pets, and you have even the middle classes more of choosing pets, even like a status or something. They have their doors, they have their cards. There are also a lot of supermarkets there and everything. But Cameroon, I doubt. With Cameroon, the few people that might be very interested in pets would be expatriates, HNWs. But I could investigate. We could do a research around this. When we did something on retailing in supermarkets, I don't think pet supply is even up to 1%. It's not up to 1%. On if you go into the shelf spaces, you wouldn't even get 1% pet supplies there. So yeah, that's my little. What the supermarkets do is that they do the import, and then there's some supplies there. But I wouldn't know or think that it's very viable for now in Cameroon.
Great. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
Mr. Mohammed Omer or Dare, question, closing remarks.
No,
Lucian would
I'm
like
fine.
to.
I'm fine. Thank you very much. Beautiful presentation. Thank you.
Do you
Thank
do
Thanks.
any
you.
business?
Thanks,
Dare?
Sharon. Thanks, Sharon.
Dare?
It was great presentation. Just you
Thank
didn't
you.
share the white paper in the chat room, and
Yes.
if you share it, we will look at it closely. And thank you again. Keep up the
Thank you,
good work. Thank
Mohammed.
you.
Thank you for your
Thank
kind
you.
words. I have shared the white paper and all our contact details are there.
Yeah, Lucian, would you like to contribute? We didn't see.
Yes, Lucian actually prepared the slides. So
Okay. Maybe she can say hello. She joined the meetings, make a speech,
let me see if she's here.
camera off and
Connected.
disappear.
Yes, you
Yes,
can speak, Lucian.
yes, I'm connected. It's just that network issues, most
Yeah, we
times he
understand.
said. But yes, as Madam Sharon has presented, we do with business open business expansion, market entry, business development, and we support organizations who look to enter or expand in African markets. And so our goal is actually to help businesses navigate the market and reliable data and also insights about the sub-Saharan African market, especially Cameroon, as was presented today. So we are happy and we look forward to connecting with potential partners. Thank you.
Yeah. We're also doing a very interesting project. Maybe I can share with you. We're calling it the Africa Rise Initiative. So I think during my presentation, I did mention that we have access to entrepreneurs and people building things within Cameroon and Africa as a whole. So for example, if you would need, we are calling for investors, we are looking for partners. We want to grow big businesses in Africa through Afrique Monitor. So I can share that with you. You can take a look at it, but we have entrepreneurs we call Africa Stars. These are our Afrique Monitor Africa Stars. These are entrepreneurs across Sub-Saharan Africa doing different things, building different things. And if you might be interested in connecting with them, we're looking for investors, we're looking for business partners, we're looking for people who might look at good business opportunities, return on investments and all that with these stars, then you definitely be happy to contact us and we will get you on our platform and let's see how things go. So I'm going to share the Africa Rise to you. The Africa Rise is the back office of Africa Star. So I think that will be relevant to Turnkey. Yeah. Thank you all so much for the opportunity. And we are happy as Afrique Monitor to be the official representatives of Turnkey in Cameroon. And we want to look forward to business between Turkey and Cameroon. Actually, I noticed that there's about 350 million USD trade between Turkey and Cameroon as at 2024.
How much is the trade between?
I think 350 million. I heard about.
250.
50, yes. 50 million.
250.
250 or it's 350? I know it's 350.
No, if you say 350, I didn't take a look. So I think the trade between Turkey and Nigeria, Turkey and Cameroon is in our favor. We buy some agric and maybe petrol.
Yes.
Petrochemicals, and we sell machinery, industrial products.
Yes.
Thank you, Cameroon. You wanted to talk more with me personally? You want to have a meeting with me?
Yes, that will be after the meeting.
Okay, we can continue. Like I will give you some time, extra time. We can catch up. The other people can leave. Thank you very much for joining today. It was around 15 people joined from 7 different countries. See you on next B2B on next Wednesday. Mohammed, you have a question? I think no. Yes. Okay. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Please remember to download your data in the chat box.
Yeah, you shared the presentation, right?
Yes, it's in the chat box. Everything is there.
Thank you very much. I am also charging the notebook, the tablet.
Okay.
Let's move. Check in office also. Yes, now we are.
Okay. Rashid, so tell me, how was it?
It was good enough. Our purpose. Let me finalize the recording.
Okay.